Good morning and welcome to my channel Ollie JHN, and today I'm talking about this. It's a 1972 Beetle, and you can see the small lights and the big window. But first let's look at the engine, which has been restored by the VW Engine Company, and it is looking almost brand new. So the lights are small, but on a newer model they're quite big and they're referred to as elephant feet, and on the older models there's an oval back window. The Beetle was actually originally discovered and created by Ferdinand Porsche. So this is almost a Porsche, and the engine is exactly the same as in a classic Porsche. You can see in the front there is the petrol tank, and that is your boot because there's no room in the back because that's taken up by the engine. The carpets are new, but everything else is 44 years old, including that ripped seat. There's not much leg room in the back. But there's a nice big window and a speaker shelf. The wheels have been painted black. They were originally a lilac-y colour. So let's look inside, and we have a sun visor as in a normal car, but the passenger doesn't have one, so they have to wear sunglasses. And it's just the simplicity that makes this so different. So that brings me to the second part of this video. And it's all about why a classic car, the benefits and the drawbacks of having a classic car. So let me try and sum up why people choose a classic car to an analogy that hopefully you can relate to or at least understand. When you go to choose a puppy, you stand there and there's lots and lots of dogs. And there's that one in the corner, the one that's really well behaved and it's doing exactly what it's meant to do. It's reliable, it's always going to be there for you, it's going to be strong. You know, it's going to be efficient. It's that sort of dog, and that is your sort of VW Scirocco or your Golf or your Ford Fiesta. But there's one thing that dog doesn't have, and that's what the other dog in the other corner has: a character, something a little bit naughty, a little bit cheeky, something in terms of a car that's a little bit unreliable, but it's got a character. It feels almost alive, and that is also been evidenced through several films that have brought the Beetle, the VW Beetle, to life. And it's because the VW Beetle does have such a character that it almost does seem alive. It's like it's driving you and you're not driving it, and hopefully you'll see that in the next section of the test drive. So the main benefits of a classic car is it's something different. It's something that has character, and really, you probably won't understand it until you own one, but as I said, it's a bit like one of those dogs. You sort of isn't the obvious choice, but there's just something about it. So what does a classic car mean? Firstly, it means cheaper insurance. Classic cars do usually mean cheaper insurance. That's one benefit. But a second benefit is that they're so easy and simple to work on. There's none of this electronics and circuit boards inside them. So you get a real idea of how to fix the car yourself, and when things go wrong, you can do that yourself. So it is sort of, if you enjoy your cars, an enjoyable experience to take part in. However, one of the main disadvantages is certainly safety. Take the Beetle, it doesn't have headrests, it doesn't even have airbags, there's no complicated crumple zones like on the new cars, and there's no central computer system, so it's not going to tell you when lights aren't working, etc, etc. And the second one is welding. Of course, a classic car, 40 years old, it's going to rust, it's going to be prone to rusting, and that means constant welding. So over time, you're going to be spending a lot of money on it. Having said that, another advantage is that classic cars keep their value, which means when you buy one and then you sell it a few years later, it's either going to keep that value, it's not going to go down, or it could even go up. So that is the main benefits and drawbacks of having a classic car. So hopefully that sort of summed it up for you. So now we're going to go on to part 3, which is the test drive. Hello everyone, this is the third part of the clip, and we are now in the car, filming credit to Daniel Nakvi, who will be in one of my videos soon in the future. So hello Dan. Hello. Just here Dan there, okay. Yeah, so basically we're in the middle of Bluewater car park. I'm talking to myself with a light on my face, so I look very weird as people go past, but I'm looking around all the time. But yeah, so basically this is it. So just some little features just so you can understand the car really. This, for example, is a small window. It pops out like that. Obviously we've got window wipers, steering wheel indicators. But let's just show you the simplicity of the dashboard. And we've got this radio which has been fitted in. This wouldn't originally be in here. We've got window wipers, just a switch of that. Hazards here. We've got washer fluid which comes out on the window, and lights, full beam and mid beam. And then a glove box finally there. So it's very, very simple design. There's no computer. If you look at the clock, it's literally just a speedo. There's no rev counter, and the fuel is in the middle of that. Okay, firstly, the biggest problem is things like the wind-up windows. They're not electric in this. They're very hard to pull up and down. The mirrors, which you probably can't see, but you know where they are a nightmare. Every time you go on the motorway, the wind and the pressure from the mirrors completely pushes them in, so you've got to keep pushing those out. The view is very restricted on this, so I mainly use the rear view mirror here. Yeah, but let's talk about the benefits. It's a nice big steering wheel. It's easy to control. It's a nice friendly horn, so it's not going to scare anyone. And you can customise it, so you've got things like this snooker ball gear stick, and we've got a handbrake, which is also that, and as you can see, the radio as well, as I said. So you can personalise it to how you like. And again, modernisation with a bit of personalisation of the speaker system at the back as well, speaker shelf, which hopefully you can see like that. There we go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drive it. It's going to get very loud, so I probably won't talk much, but hopefully you can see it. It's nice and easy to drive. It's quite fun to drive, and we are nice and safe because we're here in an empty build, so apart from the cars that keep going past as we're filming. So if you want to look down there, the first thing is when you go into reverse, it's going to hit the person's leg, so that's a bit of a pain. Basically punching them all the time, but it's very simple to use. The steering's very light because it's a narrow beam at the front, so I'm going to have to shout because obviously got squeaky brakes. But yeah, it's a lovely car to drive. It's very, very simple to use, and it's something you can just enjoy taking around the block basically. So there we have it. That's Blue Water Car Park. This is a VW Beetle 1972. You wouldn't have thought it's 44 years old of how it's running, but perhaps you would from the accessories and its old techniques. But there we have it. So that's the end of this video. I'm going to keep driving around. If you did like this video, then please do give it a like. That would be highly appreciated. If you want to see more videos like this, then you can subscribe by clicking my logo in the bottom hand corner. And finally, please do not hesitate to comment below and ask any questions you may have. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Ollie Jameson. Thank you.